Welcome to another episode of Duck's Electronic Repair Bench.
Afternoon, YouTube. Here with you this afternoon to bring you another exciting video. Yes, it is exciting. I alluded to this in my previous video. I don't know if it was the one I did the last time or the one before that, but anyway, I want to kind of recap on my little cardboard shelf experimentation. I have good things to report and bad things to report. It's kind of a pig in a poke, I guess is what you'd say. You don't know what you got until you do it, but there are a couple of obvious things that don't work, and I want to show those as well as things that do work. And so along with that, I'm coming up with, I think I also alluded to this, is a place for my little pick set that Stan was nice enough to send along to me. And going to give you an idea on how that's going to be laid out and work. And so I want to do that, and we will get on to that just right away, and stay tuned. Alright, what we're looking at now is an example of the shelf that didn't work out so well. It is obviously still up there, but it's just being overtaxed. And I'm going to take a view of this from the other side, but I'll have to use a shaky cam for that because my camera boom is out of range for a shot like that. I'm off the bench as it is, and like I said, I kind of wanted to see if the camera boom would get out here and do this, and it does, which is nice. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and take this off the boom and show you a little bit better picture. Plus, the way I'm looking at the view here, you're getting it's kind of washed out because of the bright light behind it there. So let me take this off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, you got a better view of this now. It's like I said, it's just sagging in the middle. These chemicals are way too, especially this totally awesome. It doesn't need to be in there. I've already taken out some other bigger things there, and so that's going to need a little bit more reinforcement on that if I want to keep stuff in there. So like I said, that's one example of it not working. But right above it, we have an example of it working. Now, as long as the contents do not overtax the strength of the cardboard, those cardboard shells work great. And you can see there's quite a bit of stuff there, but nothing's that heavy to where it pushes down on or anything like that. So this one's going to have to be obviously redone, and I'll probably use either couple of different things, or maybe reinforce the cardboard. We'll have to check that out. That's just an experiment there that went bad. We'll call it that anyway. Now another example, the one that worked out rather well, let me show you that, is the one for my soldering station. Now that is perfect. I mean, it works out great. I even cut a part of it out there to see that LED, which really wasn't necessary, but I did anyway. That one's been great, and it's held up well, and there's no sagging, no bind, no nothing on it. So that is a good example of nice use of the cardboard and glue method, and that's one of the ones that worked out. And along with that one, this one for my my pens, my picks, or not picks, but dental tools, or whatever you call them, that has worked out well. That has been great to hold things that just like this here Sharpie. You know, it's already got one in there, but there's another one there. So, like I say, it's been great for that. Now, one of the ones that did not work out is the one I had right here, which housed these, or not these. Let's see, there they are up there. Those switches, the speaker and input switches for the amp that I never did get around to doing. Those were just too heavy for that, and those sagged a lot. And the front, I kept trying to reinforce it, but it wasn't going to have it. So that's just a kind of a recap on the things that worked and the things that didn't work on this cardboard shelving. You know, I think it was a good idea, and other than a couple of failures, I think it turned out rather well. And I think I'm going to redesign that one on the bottom that I showed you a minute ago, and redo it and put it back up. Alright, my idea for this pick setup is to use a piece of, I'm not sure if I'll use this one or something like this. What I want to do is basically draw a circle, if I can see what I'm doing here, around like this, and put some nails, one here, one here, one here, one here, you know, that type of thing, for them to just fit around in a circle, a semicircle, I guess is what it would be. And on the other end, the straight edge, I'm going to attach, you guessed it, cardboard. And we're going to make another little cardboard shelf for that. Now the heaviest thing of the shelf will be this part here, and that's why I'm not really sure if I want to use this or the other. This would probably be enough to put 4 those picks on there. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to double check and make sure, but that's what I want to do. I also got a piece of plywood just in case. I thought maybe you could use it instead. So I'll just I'm gonna find the best one of them. But what I'm gonna do is, like I say, glue the cardboard for the support here on the end, and I'll put some gussets on each side just to give it a little more strength. But like I said, it's just basically going to hold these four little picks up, and I'll have to find a good place to put it over here. I'm thinking next to the screwdrivers, but I'm not really sure. I haven't totally decided on that yet, but I have to do a major reorganization here. The only thing I like about this, I think I mentioned that before, is this setup here. I want to keep this, and I don't want to change that too much. Now the other side, if we look over here, is like I said, we have screwdrivers here, and then this was the area that the this area here was the area that the switches were in, and like I said, I want to probably add some stuff there. That may be a good spot for the picks. I'm not really sure. You know, it has a lot to do with being left-handed or right-handed, because I don't generally reach for things with my left hand. But that's why I guess I like the other side here. So anywho, that's a couple of things I'm working on today. As I said, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this this project here. I still haven't decided which one I'm going to use, but I do have my saw in here, so whichever one I decide on, I want to get that sawed out, and I'd like to get the back of that shelf all reinforced there, stabilized, whatever you want to call it, and put that. I was out in the garage when I was looking for this wood, and I found the piece I want to use for that, but I need to do some sawing. That's why I brought the saw in. Like I said, this is getting too long. I may add, if I do saw this up and glue it, I may add that to this. Alright, here's a close-up of the I won't say finished, but it's getting there, pick holder. I still haven't got the upright on the back of it to attach it to the pegboard, but that's basically what it's going to look like. and I've already checked the on the picks, and they all fit just fine on there. It turns out it's going to turn out really nice, I think. The only thing I'm thinking is I may have to add some glue to the mix if those pegs come out, or nails, or what they are actually. If they start coming out or something like that, I can always glue it, and I think it'll work out just fine. It should give me, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, you can see there's the. Let's set these up. There's how far they'll be apart. That's all the space they're going to take up as far as crosswise. Now they're going to take up space that way, obviously. But be more similar to the screwdriver tree there, or what do you want to call it. So, and like I said, I don't think there'll be a problem with the cardboard. I'll glue it to that and then screw it to the pegboard, and I think it will work out just fine. I may put some reinforcements on that just in case. So we will bring you back later and show you that when I get it done. So hang in there. Alright, back with you again. That's what she looks like being glued. I have yet one more item to glue on there. One to let it set up. It's been sitting here for a couple hours. I'm going to take a gusset run from the middle of this up to the top of this, and I think that'll stiffen it up a little bit, and I'll bring you back once I do that. Stay tuned. Alright, I have my gusset glued in there. It's well, like I say, I'll probably have to add a little reinforcement glue to it when it sits up really good. But I think that gives you the idea of what I was going for there. And when I mount it, I'll mount a screw on this side, and a screw on that side. That's how I'll mount it. And I think that will work pretty darn good. And this will be the final look at this before I leave it for the overnight. I got it pretty well glued, all the stress points glued pretty good, and should be good and tight. It's already good and tight, but I want to make sure it's really good and tight before I put screws in it and put the hang the what do you call it on it. Using my experience with this stuff so far, I think this is going to work. I think it's got enough support to keep it from sagging, but I will keep an eye on it, you know how that works. So I'm going to stop this here, and I will bring you back in the morning and show you the end result. We'll see you then. I'm back with you again, YouTube. I have the finished product up here, and you can see it's hanging on the pegboard. Let me zoom out a little bit, and you can see what it looks like in relationship to everything else there. It's very nice. I like it the way it works and everything. It's good. I may have to glue some of those nails in it. One on the right back is kind of loose, but other than that, it works pretty darn good, I think. I have it situated pretty good space, I think. It's a little tight on the screwdriver side there, but you know, I think it'll be fine. Anyway, that's what I'm doing there, and I'm having some other ideas here for some other things that I have. Alright, these alignment tools. I'm thinking very seriously about making a shelf for those also. Similar to that, not exactly the same, but something that can be used to hold those. And I'm thinking about using maybe a device like that. Not that big, obviously. It won't take that big. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 of them in there. So I'm thinking of a row of 5 here, a row of 5 here, maybe stagger them a little bit and try that and see how that works. I think I have a smaller one of these in here too. I know I have this one, but it's a little too small. But anywho, that's what I'm going to work on next, I do believe. And I'm also going to use something like that for these drill bits. I keep putting them in the drawer and I have to get them out and everything, and I use them a lot. So I've got a set of 4 of those, so this would be probably fine for the 4. So we may look into that too, but that's what I'm doing today. I've got, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some noise in the background. Ah, there's Lexi. She's doing dishes today. She's not working at Arby's today, so she's working here. Anywho, I think what I'm going to do is get off here, and I may go ahead and post this part, and I think it turned out really well. I mean, they come off and they go on easy, so you know, it's easy enough to get them on and off. Now that one there, for some reason, doesn't like to go on as much. See there, now there's a good example of the nail falling out, so I might put some glue on that. But also I'm going to have to trim that back or something to where it goes in a little bit easier. I think the rest of them, I don't think that's the only one I've had any problem with. The rest of them go right on, right off. I mean, you know, no problem. So, this one may have a burr in it or something. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it a little closer. But anyway, going to take a look at that and get that fixed up. Let me show you what it looks like without the picks on it. There you go. That's what we come up with, so I think it works out really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I really am. So, alright, you get a good idea of what I'm trying to do there with the picks, and got that done. And gonna like I said, I'm gonna redo some other shells. This one on the bottom here, it's got the heavy stuff in it. Gonna try to redo that. Come up with a better way of doing it where it works a little bit better. Had some other ideas for some things, so just kind of working on that today. Nothing serious. Now that I've got the meter pretty much figured out, I'm waiting on a resistor. Robert Gibbons is sending me a resistor for the meter, and I'm gonna put that in when it comes, and clean that rotary switch one more time, and maybe the on-off switch. And there's a AC, or not AC, DC, but a DC plus, DC minus switch on it. I'm going to try to clean all those so that it will be better. So, going to get to that, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. It is a beautiful day here in Seymour. Low humidity, 70s. It's great. So, can't complain about that too much. So, thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great day. See ya.